right, so we're recording, and today is Sunday, June 14th, 2020, and we're welcoming everybody that's coming on to hear about the Practitioner program and to ask any questions and enter a discussion with us today. I'm very happy the practitioners are here with me, so we have Lizanne, Eleni, and Alejandra, and Judith is with us in spirit. So welcome everybody, and welcome to those of you who will be listening in a bit later. We were just mentioning that we're very excited that we're now with this call really launching the next Spirit Doctor Team Practitioner program, and we are looking at the dates now of March 2021. So we would start the training program in March, right on the dates of the spring equinox, which is what we originally did with the first group that's here. And it was a very powerful time to actually start that program. For one, it was spring, and then also over the equinox period. And then it will take us all the way through to the full 8 months, which would finish and land us with this program at the end in October of 2021. So let's begin by talking about the March retreat, which is our initiation into this program. And let's begin to talk about what happens there. It's a 5-day retreat in which we come together. The coming together in person is very significant, because what happens in that first gathering is that not only do we get to know each other, but in that first gathering, we're setting up some really significant circuitry, what we just call circuitry, that is then in place as we go forward into the program, into the online aspect of the program. So it really sets up a beautiful container. It sets up the circuitry. It sets up a foundation of trust for us to work together. And it gives us some time together to get to know one another, but also here's where the Spirit Doctor team really come in. I mean, it's a full-on, we begin, and they kind of zoom in with us and become co-facilitators of this retreat. They become co-facilitators with this program. So in the days we're together, we do sequential healing sessions with the Spirit Doctor team. And during that, a lot of guidance comes out, a lot of personal healing comes out, and direction for us as well. So it's beautiful how they co-facilitate with us through that.
Hi everyone. I think I just want to touch in on just the ease of the program. And I was in the middle. If anyone is thinking, or it's going to be too hard, or I'm going to be too busy, or whatever, I just really like to just put that to rest. I was in the middle of this major bi-coastal move, and so my life in many ways was just just a state of flux. And I will say it was the Spirit Doctor training, the work and the support of the fellow practitioners, and Suzanne, of course, as our teacher, that really helped me in so many ways just with that move. So what I was amazed at from day one in Mallorca was just how, like, the team, they were waiting for us. It's like they were just so waiting for us to step forward, and they just right away they grabbed onto our hands and they never let go of us. And
I was taken aback, by the energy and the push of it, and then how it has developed, just recognizing that this is a living modality, and this is a living part that isn't just expanding as it goes, but it expands you and your work. And I experience that in other areas of my work. For example, even in my dowsing and my other session work, my ability to connect with spirit and to my guides and to hear that has become so much stronger. And it has really become, incredible, to the point where I am no longer doubting that inner knowing and that inner trust connection, because it's become kind of like rooted in my nervous system. So it has been a great experience, and also building these connections, this network of of support has been really important for me, and in ways that I didn't even recognize. Yeah.
So that's exciting because this is ever evolving. And what you are touching in with, Alejandra, is that this program and the work, and I can say after 20 years of working with spirit doctors at this point, it's ever evolving and ever expanding. There's no place where we get to and go, oh, okay, got it. I mean, we do get it. It just keeps going. And that's something, you know, if you decide to choose to do this program, that you're really signing on for that. You're signing on for your expansion and your growth. Yeah. And healing. And they're there for you as well. You know, you can call on the team for your own healing as well as for others. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Eleni, did you jump in?
If we did online like group healings, or if I was doing an individual session with somebody in person here, I could feel some of the other practitioners coming in as needed for what the issues that were showing up for the client that I was working with. And so be like, oh, here's, you know, the light that comes from Judith that she projects out so well, or here's the precision that comes from Lisanne, or, you know, each person bringing their own beauty, and it would just show up. I mean, you know, it's like the team gathered, brought it in as needed. And it's really, and for me, that's that real embodiment feeling of each practitioner as part of the team. It became so clear, you know, seeing that piece. And so I'll just say for me personally, I think that my biggest, there was like so much growth and throughout, but my biggest, we came up with, I think it was during the embodiment pillar where we came up, the question that arose was like, how much are we willing to expand, right? I think it was that pillar that showed up. And that for me was a huge, huge, huge up and down. It was, I mean, it took me through so many different both challenges and also like uncovering and revelations, and just, I mean, it was amazing. And that was so healing for me to go through that journey and ask that question and sit in that question together with the other practitioners and with the spirit doctor team, and to receive support in that, because so much came up around so much that was hidden in the corners that was making it hard for me to really step into myself and in terms of my role with this work. And so that was such a gift for me to be able to experience that. But for me, I just feel like the time together in Mallorca just set this beautiful, it was a beautiful trailhead to start this path on, that created just this incredible connection. And and for me, it's something that's always there. So it's like something I can always tap back into. I still have so many clear memories from that time of things that dropped in, experiences that we had together that still feed into what's needed today as it shows up when I work with clients or with groups. So
there's always, and
Beautiful.
my idea of widening out the program now, besides those of you who already have healing practices in place to other professions and careers, is that I think that this work, being multidimensional and multi just focused, is that we can take it into almost any area and let it do its expansion, let it do its healing. And then as the practitioner, allowing yourself to see where it takes you in terms of your current work, what you might see as adding to that, or what you might see as a future work. So there's all possibilities. Brings me exactly to this point that I think that this work is a calling, right? It's a calling, and you will intrinsically know. However, I want to say, of course, any of us, or me, or probably the practitioners, would be open to having a conversation as well with anybody who might want some private time, personal time, asking some questions. I certainly am available. So, all right. So I'd like to, Judith, who is not able to be here with us today, sent in a little bit of a reflection for her time going through the program. So we'll close with that. All right. First, she says, first of all, I was drawn to the training program and knew intuitively it was the right thing for me to do. Looking back on it now, a few things come to mind. The week we spent together as a group was a period of immense personal and spiritual growth. I had been practicing as a healer for several years, but I felt I had become stuck. During the course of the program, I was able to start to identify and begin to clear the blocks and to understand issues that were holding me back. I was able to find my voice. A simple statement, but a hugely significant thing for me. So it was a chance to develop spiritually and personally with a supportive, loving, and safe setting. We are always learning. We don't suddenly get to the point where our learning stops because we think we have all the answers. In the group, we explored and discussed and shared ideas and experiences. We meditated together and expanded together, and crucially and significantly, the course evolved as we evolved. Nothing was set in stone. This meant it was easy to contribute, to be open, and to grow together as a group. I was aware afterwards of a much stronger connection with the Spirit Doctor team, and clients commented on the very strong healing experiences they were having. And things do not end when the course ends. We continue to work together and expand together with some monthly group healings, and we do catch up on Zoom calls. As a group, we have a very special connection. When one of us connects with the team, we're connecting with each other. We are all part of the Spirit Doctor team. That's from Judith. Okay. All right. Much love, everybody. What a beautiful coming together. It's great to see your faces and to feel everybody that's here and just welcome you and anybody who's coming in to listen to afterwards. So, all right, we'll close for now. All right. Much love, everybody.